Right. This is, the stew is now done, that I gave you the recipe to. This is my Polish / German kale soup that I showed you how to make in the last video that I did. It's almost finished. It's been in the slow cooker. It's nearly 8:30, so it's been in the slow cooker about 8 hours, I'd say. And basically, I've had a taste of it. It's absolutely delicious. There's enough there easily for 4 adults, easily, with seconds. And serve it in a deep dish with a big hunk of some sort of rustic, crusty bread. This is, it's just a meal in itself. It's very filling and very cheap to cook. I mean, this big pot, as I say, enough for 4 adults with seconds, will probably have cost me, I don't know, no more than £1. Yeah, it's about £1.50, £1.50 to make with all the ingredients, and that with the one sausage, because that pack of sausages, I think it was £1.59 for 2 sausages. And I had the other one for my dinner tonight with mashed potatoes, gravy and spring greens. Spring greens, which is like cabbage. Lovely. I love all sorts of brassicas, and they're so good for you. Full of antioxidants, help to fight cancer, full of iron. So for women, in particular, they're very good. The pulses are all nice and soft and cooked now as well. And I mean, you will have noticed that the pot, when I filled the pot with the kale, it was full of kale. And as you see, when it cooks, it tends to like contract. But I've had a taste. It tastes absolutely lovely. That's the basic recipe. I shan't be having it tonight because I've already eaten, so this will stay on a low heat. I shall probably start digging into this tomorrow lunchtime. If you want to, you can add a bit of chilli to it. Or you could add a tin of chopped tomatoes to it. They're very cheap at the moment. I think in Pound Stretcher there were 4 tins of plum tomatoes for £1, so that's 25p for a tin. You can add tomato ketchup or some brown sauce to it, a pinch of mustard. You can make dumplings to put into it, and dumplings are just so easy. Basically, self-raising flour mixed with some vegetable or beef suet. You can buy that from any supermarket, a Tora suet. In fact, I think I might have, there you go. This is vegetable shredded suet. So a Tora vegetable suet or beef suet, which is in a blue and yellow packet. Very cheap to buy. And you mix, say, a mugful of flour by half a mugful of suet. Mix it with plain water and a pinch of mustard. You can add mixed herbs if you want, and you mix it until it makes a mashed potato consistency. Flour your hands, roll them into balls, drop them into the hot stew or soup, and they fluff up, as my son used to call them. They're as light as angel farts, rib sticking, good solid food that will keep your body warm when the weather's cold. So that's it. That's my kale soup recipe. One day in the future, maybe you'll be able to smell the wonderful smells. But as I say, if I tell people I'm cooking, I will have visitors come tea time, because this stuff, it's just the most delicious food you could eat. It's just so lovely. I wish I could invite people over to taste what I'm cooking, to convince you. You know, if you've got a family, and you're on a budget, I'm hoping that you will take some of these recipes and give them a try. It's way cheaper than convenience food. I mean, a packet of like a frozen dinner is £1. So if you've got 4 adults, that's £4. There's nothing to them. They're full of salt and stuff like that. And then half an hour later, you know, you haven't had enough to eat, and then you're hitting the biscuits and the crisps and the snacks, and you have a sandwich. Believe me, if you have a bowl of this with a hunk of bread and a big fluffy dumpling, you won't want to eat all evening. You will be so full, and you'll stay full. That actually helps then as a weight loss thing as well. I mean, I eat and eat and eat and eat, and I'm just over 9 stone and 5'2". It's because I eat like this. Very filling, cheap, healthy, tasty food. If you do make the dumplings to the recipe that I've told you, you put them in at the end of the cooking. So like half an hour before I want to eat, I will put this onto a high temperature and make the dumplings, drop them in, and literally leave them for half an hour, and they will just be so fluffy and light and just blooming delicious. So anyway, that's the Polish kale soup, traditionally made in winter. It's a winter warmer. It will keep your body warm. It will give it fuel to keep itself warm. It will fill you up so that you don't have the snacks and the crisps and the cakes and the gubbins afterwards that make you fat. So if you want to lose weight, this will do it. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed this current recipe vlog. I'm enjoying doing the cooking. I just wish I had a family with hearty young men and, you know, old men even. I would love to feed people. I really would. But there you go. So that's it. My recipe for Polish kale soup, or Grünkohl, as the Germans say. Actually, that smells so nice. I could almost have a bowl now, but I won't because I've eaten already.